Bitcoin is going to zero. You heard it here first. Bitcoin is going to zero. You heard it here first. Bitcoin is going to zero.
Good morning, everyone. Good night, everyone, and welcome with Trading with OC. Hopefully, you guys are doing fantastic. We have one hit, we have one gain. Basically, we are up and running, and let's see how that goes because, well, the weekend actually brought a lot of things to go over, especially Sunday. All right, how are we going? So we have, hey, Kelly in the house. How is it going? We also have all said my gaming body. What's up, brother? By the way, party's all gone. Birthday things all finished, right? So we're back at possibly trading on Friday. We'll see if we can make it happen or if we're gonna be moving that to Saturday to see if we can get all set also in the team gaming, but we're gonna be back at gaming and trading. Let me know if you want to play something else. Also, let's move on with Shun. What's up? $1. I don't know, not tracking, but yeah, sure, absolutely. $1. I don't know what we're talking about. $2. What's up? How is it going? Caliphate says, hi, long bread. That's the one that I got right now. That's the one that I got right now. I love bread, and it took off. It went to a hold, but close it all bigger profits and went short. Love it, love it. Yes, that's the one that actually blew up, right? Useless one the other way around is useless. Of course, it had to be the meme coin, right? What's up, T-Dub? What's up? How's it going? We also have Hobby Horizon. How's it going, Mountain Man? How's it going, Mountain? Welcome, Trading Intuition Gaming Body. What's up, bro? Welcome. How is it going? Will CME gap be filled? We'll see that. I think so. Might be a starting point. Who else we got to hit? All C in, all setting has in Kelly. So let's get it. Let's go to the charts. Let's take a look at how is it going. Let's start testing the waters once again because I think Kelly has a point. Shorting might be the way to go till right now. We'll see. So let's get it and let's take a look at the charts. All right, this is it. Oh, wait a second here. Oh man, my bank notification went off and dude, I have not bought anything right now. My heart just pumped up because we've been making a lot of payments things for the party, and for a second I was like, dude, who's charging my card at this moment? Really scary. But no, it was like a paid promotion of the bank. Hate those freaking things, but it is what it is. All right, so let's go check this out. Bread, let's get started with bread really quickly. And remember, we have two possible entries. One right here if we have the breakout of the triangular pattern. And remember, we were looking for entry at flip of the ribbon, entry at flip of the ribbon. All right, so where did we have that flip of the ribbon? We were talking about a possible flip of the ribbon, but the flip of the ribbon actually happened in here, or even you could have waited for it to break above the zero line right in here. All right, so just so you know, I was trying to get this out of the way. So it is basically my entry as it is right here. You could also have the enter. Let me bring this up really quickly. As we were breaking through, there you go, either right here or on the breakout retest. Let's actually go for the worst case scenario breakout retest, right? So there it is. So you should be somewhere in between. Holy bananas here. Look at that, man. So hopefully you did trade this one. We had a peak gains all the way to make a 29%. So basically, if you did 10x, that was almost a 297% gains. A little bit less because remember we take constant outs, right? So just so you know, I kind of like let it go, and then on Sunday I took some like a big chunk, like 75% out on Sunday. It was, what is it, Monday, Sunday, somewhere around 28, 8, something around here. And that's because, yeah, I do remember this. TP number 4 and a second target here already having, yeah, goose head, but coming back down. That was my 75% out in here. I'm still 25% in breadth, and I'm gonna be holding it. And by the way, guys, if you're looking for a possible re-entry, this is not it. Not quite there yet. All right, if you want to front run this, and this is going to be a danger Will Robinson. All right, Will Robinson. All right, so that will be basically at your support right here. We are having a very vanilla, or very, no, not such a great flip of the ribbon, right? Let's go check that out when we have that, like not that really great of a flip of the ribbon. Here it is, like not such a great flip of the ribbon, right? Which means, and let me bring this up somewhere in between here, but we can still do a little bit of a pullback. All right, a little bit of a difference is that right here we already have broken. All right, so that it tends to be a little bit more steep of a downtrend. And let me see if I can have, there we go, like for example this one that where we are still green, we can still have, you know, a little bit more downside, right? Or even green failure pattern right here, right? And then take off a little bit in here. So this is the area where I believe that we could be at, all right, based on this zone in here. Let me just get rid of everything. Let's go back at the end. If you understand the risk that this involves, all right, because we're still below the zero line, all right, we already have a kind of flip of the ribbon, like not really strong flip of the ribbon. Money flow is decreasing from this high, this low, and then battling on the zero line. And finally, yes, we have a reversal in here, and we're pointing up on our true 7, all right? So we have a chance to bounce. Is it above 50%? I would say it's so, right? How much? I have no idea, but I will calculate roughly something like, I don't know, 65, 63, something around those lines, right? So if you really want to jump in here, be my guest. Remember, your crypto, your keys, your responsibility. Nonetheless, be aware that we can still do what we have seen on the previous example, where we have some more downside and then we take off. So if you're planning again to jump in here, I would suggest maybe splitting your entry, not financial advice, but maybe jumping in here with a 1/4 of an entry right now, and then another quarter of an entry right. So basically dividing your entry for a half of a position, giving you an average entry somewhere around here, and aiming, and we still don't have our aiming point for the target, I mean for the stop loss, but that we can change that. Oh, come on, TradingView, you need to be kidding me. Let me refresh this, and I want to start seeing some support and resistances and predictive ranges. This one is going to bring up my quantum reactor. So I still also want to see, there we go, my quantum reactor. My quantum reactor, where is it going to be when the price actually keep coming down? So I projected, well, seems to be a good area. Not only that, we have a big AF trend line in here, doing great, all right? And then we actually can fix that one, and that will be, in fact, something like this. So from the bottom to the next target, to what I believe that we could be having our entry zone. Let's go for the next ones in here, and of course, and if you doesn't want to make the thing work, I just push it up and down. Wait for a second here, and here it is. All right, so where's our next support and resistances? Well, we have a support basically right away on this area, and the next support right away on that same area. But I would actually be looking at this zone for an entry. So once again, I mean, we can do the quarter and quarter, or a full quarter in here, or a full half right down there. All right, so let's add our alerts. I'm gonna be clicking this one in here. I'm gonna try to get the better entry. That's because I'm also already in profits. I taken some profits in here, all right, and I still riding 25% in, just so we are not confused. All right, come on, this is not it. Oh yeah, it is it. This is it. So this is not it. All right, so this is my entry right here. My stop loss is already in profit right here, and I'm just chilling. Let's just click here and lock it, of course, so it doesn't go away, it doesn't go anywhere. And there we go. So that's gonna be the plan. I'm gonna be adding what I took from here. All right, I'm gonna be adding a little bit more right here, just so you know. All right, and I already have taken some profits. Remember, that's gonna be the plan for right now. But yeah, let me read you guys, because I think I've been skipping a couple of messages here. Who else we got in here? Hi, Ozzy. All right, and Kelly. Hello, Wick's wife. All said, what's up? And I've got back. I got get back in bread. Catch the long again. Did you? Love it, love it. Farcoin being doing good. All right, we can also take a look at Farcoin. Let's go over the rest of the setups that we had. So if you take a look at my right, we have CRO LTC for today, 27th. From Sunday, yeah, Sunday, we have useless, freaking useless, APT, Ethereum, Hype, and for Saturday, we have Sui. So let's go check out those ones, because, well, so far, we hit the topping here. Oh, come on. And this is APT. Where is APT? Let me see. Maybe I'm in the wrong one. Oh, yeah, I'm the wrong one in here. That's because... Oh, yeah, got it. I need to do this. Yeah, open it anyway. Here it is. Oh, no, this is bread. And then I need to go over. 1 second, please. Was what? Dude, APT, 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 APT. Oh, AP? I don't quite remember. APT. Here it is. All right, perfect. This was our setup. All right. The breakout retest continuation. Perfect. Where we got it, remember, we were looking for this possible thing to move to the upside, breakout retest, or coming back downwards. Let me clean up a little bit in here. All right. We also were talking about a possible re-entry right down in here. All right. So just so you know, and remember, as we called it out today morning, also I am within this trade already. All right, so basically hitting this up, coming back up. If you did not jump in, this was your re-entry point. Right? Yes, I know it did not quite hit it. Great, because otherwise I would have been taking out. All right, not looking that great. Not looking that great, but what is keeping me with this setup open, and let's just actually fix this. Ooh, that is not the way to do it. Come on. Like this. All right, much better. All right, perfect. All right, that's a little bit more legit. So what it keeps me on this trade, it is the amount of bullish divergences. All right, so we're having that flip of the ribbon already. Again, not quite strong, but that means that I can also go a little bit higher, just take a little bit more, another 25% out to keep my last 25% in. Just so you know, I'm still 50% in from my original entry, right? I just had taken one time. Hey, French Duster in the house. How is it going, brother? Welcome, welcome. Great to have you around. All right, so basically looking for a secondary way out. I'm already into profits, move my stop to entry, so there is no way I can lose at all. So yeah, I mean, let's go to the next one in here. So this is doing great. Next one is Ethereum. Let's actually go for it. And the same thing is happening here. Oh my goodness. I need to go here. Sorry, I was doing some training today and I needed to change basically everything. All right, so 30 minutes and Ethereum. And why is this not loading? All right, whatever. The point with Ethereum here, let me actually bring this up in here. This is it. All right. In our entry or our area of alert, it was right at 3,000. Oh, come on. 3,990. What was it? 1.43? Yeah, I guess so. 46. All right, perfect. So we were talking about this area being broken. Perfect. This area was broken. Our next possible entry was somewhere around here on the flag out. Remember, it's not about the breakout. It's about the retest. We don't quite have a retest. So that's why I keep like F Ethereum, F Ethereum, F Ethereum. Because just so you know, I did not cut this one. All right. That was a pretty good one. I mean, flip with the ribbon. But as you can see, it happened on Saturday, 1:30 p.m. That was at the middle of my party. Just so you know. So I'm not able to trade everything, but well, we're gonna be keeping track of it. So if you trade Ethereum, that was a very, very, very nice trade. Or if you rather, well, break a structured entry, BOS trading. So far, this is not looking that great. All right. Yeah, we don't have a blow off top or anything, but seems like we're either creating, there we go, a bullish flag, all right, like this, or a possible double top. Double top, not quite there yet. Why? Because this is pretty flat. I mean, this is not that flat as I would like to. I mean, it's a lower high. So lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low. Something important about this is look this pattern that happened here. This is a precedent to where we could be going to find some liquidity. So let's bring up our rest of our indicators in here because I think we can long Ethereum right now. So we'll take a look at that. Let's get it. All right. So we have a support zone here. We have a inverted goose head, pretty bad goose head, just so you know, which means, well, we can maybe do some swing failure pattern. I'm going to be looking for an area of re-entry right there. In fact, let's right click in here. Let's actually move this slightly to the upside. Right click it, lock it, and once again, right click it and add an alert to it. All right, so that's going to be my possible area of entry. What am I going to be looking for first? This thing do something like that. So look at that, how that loose head looks like. It's pretty ugly, right? So we already had something alike, like for example here, right? When we have that continuation downward slightly, right? And I believe that we have one the last week. Here it is. Perfect. Look at this other very ugly goose head. It's kind of like the same thing, right? And right now we are here. So some sweeps in here should be making some sense, right? Remember, history doesn't repeat, does not repeat, but it usually rhymes with itself, right? So the point is that we could have, perfect, something like that, and then a comeback up. So that's what I'm aiming at, this trend line with the support zone. Let's actually do a support zone lining here. Let's bring up the rest of our stuff. Well, this is not too great because the next area, it's going to be right at where we have our next alert at 3,852. That is fine. I mean, we're going to be trying this one with, of course, a quarter of a position. So keep your eyes open because we might be able to trade this up. In fact, now that I'm seeing this thing, look at where we have our predictive range and our smart money entry. So we might be able to actually wig past it, right? So I mean, I still hold the 4,067 as a possible entry. Just make sure do you get your stop loss somewhere in between 4,029 ish. All right. So let's go for a possible long in here. Trying to get to somewhere right here because I mean, I also don't want to go that low because that dude, Ethereum does that to me all the freaking time. Like I aim to the liquidity zone and then it just barely doesn't touch it, right? And then the thing keeps moving upwards. So I don't want to make the same mistake in here, right? I want to learn out of the motion of Ethereum. And despite I do have my smart money entry here, but I'm aiming slightly above it and then compensating, right, with my stop loss. Now, once again, this is going to be a quarter of an entry. And just so you guys know that I'm thinking that we're getting closer to a Bitcoin season because we're seeing Bitcoin dominance start increasing. So we're seeing the rotation back from the icons to Bitcoin. So do expect a couple of icons to blow up and then blow back down. All right. So just saying. All right. Let's move on into a couple of other ones. I want to go over Hype, Sui, and Useless. All right. So Hype. A little bit more of the same. Let's go to the actual thing here. Oh, we just no Ethereum Hype. No, we just did this. Oh, this is the got it. My bad. Sorry. I see what happened here. Let's go to alert, and it was Hype. All right, perfect. Much better. And do this. All right, perfect. So let's go over our line. Breakout. Let's use array to get rid of everything in here so we can see clearly. And then let's just add our, there we go, up 44.81. You can see pretty close to that. 44.819. Perfect. So as you can see, as breakout, it's not about the breakout, it's about the retest. We already had having a couple of retests. We're actually on a range. So really not an entry. I mean, this would have been your entry right here, and this would have been your trade. Again, this is not something that I traded because look at the timing. That was Sunday 26 at 3 p.m. It was around the same time that we were doing bread. All right, just so you know. Oh, sorry, someone was at the door, but sorry for that. Hey, all JR, what's up, OC and fam? How is it going? Blessings to you, my friend. Welcome, Steve Heike. What's up? I'll say, hey, brother. He says, welcome, my friend. How's it going? All right. So far, good. Just so you know, again, I was partying, my friend. So sorry that many of these trades, I mean, that's why I mentioned more of the same. I quite did not took everything. All right. So, I don't like a good stuff still. I would have wished that I would taken more because the one that I took was useless, right? I mean, it doesn't compare with bread. That bread, oh my god, that was a fantastic trade, all right? But let's go, for example, to what is it? Come on. CRO. Oh, CRO, by the way, we're still within the trade. Useless. There we go. Let's talk about useless. This useless is another one that I took, all right? It was basically called out throughout the session. Coming in here, trying to get a breakout, right? I did front run this thing, and it ended up going higher, taking me out, and well, you know the rest of the story. The thing now, it actually wants to go low, right? So, come on, just let me know what you want to short, and I long it. Or, sorry, we short it, and then after the fact, it actually moves to the downside. So, here's the thing. This is looking great still for a possible short, all right? I'm still want to short useless, and that is because we're breaking through the zero line at the bottom right here, all right? We also have decreasing volume. Our through 780 is lower, but it's having a clipping area. So I still want to short it, but I want to have one last rejection. And then at somewhere around this area right here, when I failed to be above this zone, right? Why? Because this is a big area of resistance, right? That's what I want to go for the short. So we can do a couple of things in here. I think let's go try to, I don't know if we should be going, I mean, Monday. Let's just wait it out. Let's just wait it out. At the end of it all, useless is at the 4-hour setup. So I think that we have plenty of time for tomorrow entry. Something that I want to do, just not to forget, is to add an alert at the top and add an alert at the bottom. That's it. It's gonna ring. It's gonna get into the ringing stuff, and it's gonna make me come back in here, right? And let's add this just as a reminder. Looking short. It's perfect. We have our note for our futures. CRO, more of the same. We did have an alert on CRO, but we're still within the trend on the trade. Here is Friday 24th. Perfect. Going back up. The same range. So that's why I'm not that excited. I mean, it's still this freaking last run up. That was the good one, right? Getting back, and let me just shut down a couple of things. The most important area of resistance was in between these two areas of liquidity, all right? So that's where we aim to, right in here. And as you can see, it ended up almost hitting that up. So looking, this was today's in the morning setup. Just looking at CRO once again, breakout retest, and we were planning for a possible rejection, but their rejection is already playing out, right? So what's it gonna be right now? I think that we can start looking for a little bounce up in, right? Let me clear this up. Wait, I still have this trade open, so let's lock it. I also don't want to get rid of it, so we can call it back. Just so you know, when I close, dude, this is the thing. My memory, like a fish, or like a fish out of the water. It's less like very short term, man. I just look at so many things throughout the day that I actually need to go and check out my either phone or my wallet in here and see, hey, what's still running, right? So at the end of the class, I also go through all of my brokers and see how things are moving. Because I tend to forget. That's why you see me adding alerts and alerts and alerts and alerts, just I keep seeing things. So what am I telling you this? Because sometimes, and I need you guys to help me through, sometimes, like for example, if I close my trading here, right, I forget because it's not in there. It's not in my alerts. It's not an open trade, right? So sometimes I just take the trade and then come back out and they say, oh yeah, by the way, I closed it there, right? So just so you know, if we're watching something, guys, that you took and we're not covering it, please let me know so we can go revisit it. And of course, I can show you the receipts if you really want to. If not, we'll just keep doing this. And I tried, thanks to Alexander G. So by the way, thank you, Alexander G. He actually made the little things right here below the video that says where are we looking or what coins are we looking at what times frame. So that also helps me to track even the trades that we did not took or I did not took, right? So just saying, just trying to be completely open here in case you guys, or if you are new and you're just coming in here to the show, all right? So something important, we already have a break of structure, not BOS, not smart money concept, for a micro trainer structure. So we have a high, perfect, we have a meaningful low, so actually lower low, lower high, and we should be looking for a lower low. We technically had that lower low. We also have a breakout, all right? It's not about the breakout. We have a bullish divergence, kind of like a flip of the ribbon. So I'm thinking this move upwards in here and then a continuation. Guess where? 2 hour already set up alert at 146. So we're gonna be looking for a possible re-entry right in here. I'm not gonna be calling out for a shorting here. We're not that closer, but you know what? F it. Let's go for it. This actually looks good. Let me add it in here, and I'm gonna be. Let me unplug this. It doesn't overlap. I hate when it overlaps. I don't know why. It feels much more messier than it is. And let's try to go for the short in here. Stop loss is going to be right at my liquidity zone. And we're going to be aiming, of course, somewhere around these. 1 or 2. Not good, not bad. So that is a pretty good one for a 30 minutes. I think that would be good. Careful. This is going to be marked as a danger trade. All right, so danger, Will Robinson. Danger. Perfect. All right, so so far I think that's almost it. We still have Jasmine to go over. We did have an alert on Jasmine, if I'm not mistaken. Also in useless. Have we gone to useless? Yes, we have gone to useless. What is my alert on Jasmine? Gonna have useless. Come on, no, I did have an alert on Jasmine. Come on. Because we were actually hitting these targets. All right, whatever. The point is on Jasmine. I'm looking for a possible long in Jasmine. We've been trying to hit the resistance, but we can't. We have not able to break it, right? Guys, if you do remember, Jasmine, last time that we traded, it was a stopped out. But also, we were talking about this area right here, right? When we have a triangle setup, right? So again, we're still looking for areas of entry. So shorting areas and longing areas. So basically, we already have rejected out of this zone, all right? And I'm going to be looking for a little bit of a long position in here. So let me just lock these lines in here on place, and of course add an alert to it really quickly. There we go. I'm gonna be looking at Jasmine. It's not, I mean, I actually like Jasmine, but it's not like a very important coin or anything like that, right? It's not a core coin. Just meme coin maybe, coin, and this is gonna be kind of like a bread trade that we were looking for, right? Important, very important. Be careful when we're bouncing back up. I'm also gonna be shorting this thing, right? So just like Kelly did, right? I'm gonna be trying to do this same in here on Jasmine. So I'm gonna be hedging Jasmine, right? So first entry right here, somewhere around 0098. Next entry for a short 0.1087 or something around those lines, all right? And I'm gonna have those two alerts being open. Sorry, those two trades being open, and that is because, let me hide everything in here. We are on a very nice support. Right, so we are in a very nice support zone. We're getting closer to have that flip of the ribbon, right? So if we're able to break with strength, well, we're gonna get to our first rejection zone somewhere around again 0.1380, and then we might be able. This is what I'm hunting or trying to hunt. I'm gonna be looking for something like this. All right, I'm gonna be looking again what I mentioned, something what happened to Brett, right? Something like this, like a very nice trade. So looking for that. Hey, is Crypto Turtle in here? Let me know. The country trader, New Earth Garden. How's it going, New Earth Garden? And what is the turtle for? For it was Crypto Turtle. Let me know. Let me know. Is Crypto Turtle pushing to our stream? That'll be fantastic. That'll be fantastic. All right, so let's go over one more, which is Bitcoin. All right, and then we're gonna be calling this out. We already have a couple of trades to be taken. We need to take this with caution. Again, take a look at the morning market report. That's where I do updates on the trades that we have. Right, so if we need to take some profits, we take them there. You know, everyone here love Crypto Total. Absolutely, let's go. All right, so that's good. So we're gonna be looking for or we're gonna be taking a look at our trades on the morning market just to follow along. I think that's a very good complementary setup, so we can take early setups between taking them today and closing them tomorrow, or vice versa, right? So let's go check out, and I also want to take a look at gold. Let's do Bitcoin and then gold. So Bitcoin, and for Bitcoin, I want to do this one, and this one, and of course, we want to do, where is it? There is it. All right, so we have futures, our CME gap. Are we gonna close the CME gap? Most likely, right? This is not new. Let's go over this. I mean, we're gonna be looking for a bounce up. Most likely, look at this, something like this, which could maybe do some wicking down in, right? So does that mean open up a trade? Not really. I mean, if you already are, I mean, if you took the bread trade, that means that you might have a little bit of extra money, right? And here's the idea, not suggestion, not financial advice, right? Here's the idea. We just multiplied. I mean, let's just take out the useless coin stopped out, right? That still multiplies up to twice, right? Not only what we gain out of what we invested, which means you double your money on that trade, not your whole wallet, your position on red trading. All right. Not only that, remember, we're still making money on CRO, and we also had, what was the other one? And I think it was hype, right? So that means that you still have some extra money. If you have that extra money and you want to go for it, great. Just remember, you're front running the thing, right? Something important is that we already have peak performance, but we do have strength in here, which could lead us, and this is what I think is going to happen, the same scenario that is happening here. All right. But look at that breakout retest, right? Coming back down, we already have some strength. We're having that goose getting here, right? So which means a little retracement for then bottom move to the upside. Little retracement, maybe even closing that area, because that is a big support zone. I mean, don't believe me. Let the indicator tell you, right, that we also have a big support right there. So it is not clear. I mean, it's not that hey, I can see throughout the future, right, and tell you that that's exactly where it's going to bounce. but it makes sense that we might be able to push through that support zone, right? Maybe wick down, like get everybody scared or stopped out before we run back up. Our next area of exit, it's gonna be right there. All right, so having said that, I think that's gonna be it for today. What is it? My stop got slapped. What? Where at, my friend? Turtle is dumping. Turtle is dumping. No, really? Is it? Let's go take a look at that. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's take a look at your turtle. Dude. Turtle. Which one? Where are you trading it? Perpetuals, I guess. Binance. Let me know. Dude, what the F? It is dumping. It is dumping. But I mean, let's go to the what? 12 minutes? We do something about the 12 minutes. Let's go to the 5 minutes. There we go. All right. So, man, within the 5 minutes, not really much to look in here, right? Very important. We had a very nice reversal. By the way, reversals. Wow, just wow. Okay, DGD. If you have chart prime, turn on your reversals, man. Look at that. It's been calling every freaking trade, brother. I mean, it's fantastic. Just so you know, reversals, chart. That's it. Stock. Man, look at that. All right, so not really much to do. I mean, we are on absolute zero and taking back up. What can I tell you here? Good that your stop loss got hit because you could get trapped in this one, right? I mean, I wish you wouldn't have that stop there, right? But it is what it is. H bar. All right, let's take a look at H bar. That's gonna be the last of it. But here's the thing, KTGT. I believe that you might still have another entry point in here. Wait for your peak performance diamond. Wait for your flip of the ribbon, and I think you might be able to get something like this. All right, let me bring up my predictive ranges. All right, and well, dude, we just have 0 0 0 0 0. Here's where all of the liquidation happened. Look at that, and that's where exactly where we're bouncing. All right, for what, Kelly? For what? I don't know. I'm lost. What happened there, Kelly? Let me know. You requested something and I looked at it. I don't know. Let me see. KDGT. What is it? So let's take a look at the H bar. Very good time. Love it. Love it. All right. Hello. What's up, Jesse? How's it going? There's no way you can get wrecked. Ooh. That depends on how you manage your hedge, but this time, yeah, I would go for that. All right. So, for the show and training guidance. Oh, my pleasure. My pleasure. Really appreciate it. Thank you, Kelly. Really appreciate it. You guys are fantastic. All right. Let's go and do H bar. That's going to be the last one. Dude, I really wanted to go for gold. Let's do H bar. And let's actually keep an eye on turtle. Why not? That could be our thing if you guys like. If you guys like turtle, let me know. And dude, we can commit to trade turtle. I don't know. Let's see how we do. All right, so let's do H bar. In fact, we haven't open analysis on H bar, if I'm not mistaken. Hell yeah, we have an open analysis. Let's get it. All right. So not really going for this super low Z here, but it did create a higher low. Perfect. Flip of the ribbon, but take a look at what happened here. 23. Yeah, I might have traded this out of my radar. All right. So I don't know why. Dude, I have H bar and I just was dumbass. H bar 22, H bar 23. Come on, H bar. Yeah, man. I'm telling you, not setting alerts is actually kicking my butt. All right, so we're getting really close to that rejection point. We're going to be looking for, of course, that rejection point. Very careful, very, very careful. This is it. Wait for the candle close. And that is because if we do this, yeah, short it from here, right? Down to the liquidity zone and back up. But if you have or we have a rejection in here, let's short it to this here, right? I'm still gonna leave this as is, all right? And well, we're gonna keep an eye on it. It's about to hit the thing. Let's get it. All right, guys. So that was a pretty good advice, by the way. Thank you for calling out HBAR. Really appreciate it. All right, so that's gonna be it for today, guys. I do have to take a look at some couple of things. My Discord has been ringing like crazy, and I need to go check that out. All right, guys. Other than that, as always, take care and see you guys tomorrow.